What's up? I tell y'all all the time, man. When you do crimes and you get caught, don't try to blame everybody else, bro. Just blame yourself, gang. You the one got caught, gang. You got caught doing these crimes. Just wear that. Just wear that. Cause you gonna get caught, gang. You gonna get caught. They not playing. Like they blitzing shit. Shit real. Shit real. I'm not no idiot, gang. I know for a fact if I do a crime, gang, it's a very high possibility I'm getting caught. I'm getting caught. Now try to run, try to escape, bro, what's that gonna do? Now the other dudes, they say that one of the dudes had some type of homicides or whatever the case may be. But then they say, oh, um, this dude Masey had some serious charges for putting his hands on a female, right? Now they say the female was his significant other or whatever the case may be, but I don't know what it was. It don't even matter what it was. What matters is he in the police report it says that her eyes were swollen, that she had scratches, scars on her neck. That's what mattered. Why does she even have those things? Why did that even take place? So you saying then he come to the world and tell us, oh, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. They lying. With Kala, that work not lying. There's nothing to lie about that. How she get that on her? How do they have stories of saying she got choked and this, that, and third? How did that get like that? That's why when he was saying, "Oh, bro, I'm innocent. I'm innocent." That's why I say everybody gonna say they innocent. Everybody say they innocent. They have nobody. What person besides somebody that went to jail and got convicted of shit say, "Yeah, I'm guilty." No, none of them do. None of them say I'm guilty. Yeah, I'm guilty. I wear it. Of course they gonna say they innocent, bro. But I'm just letting y'all know when y'all do stuff like this, eventually y'all gonna get caught. Well, let's go. Let's get into it.
Captured this afternoon, according to the U.S. Marshal's Office. Antoine Masey, who has been known for making social media posts as he's been on the run. He was one of the 10 inmates who escaped from the Orleans Justice Center several.
And that's dumb. You making social media posts while on the run. What? So you trying to play with the boys like, oh, catch me over here like on some Joker type. What? The other dude, he just on the run. He's not making no posts. He's not doing none of that. He's not playing with them. He's not playing with them. But this is the shit that y'all want to do nowadays, gang. This shit crazy.
Several weeks ago now, he and Derek Groves were the only two remaining still on the run. But this afternoon, we have learned at WWL Louisiana that Antoine Masey has been recaptured. We just got off the phone moments ago with the U.S. Marshal's Office. They confirmed to us here at WWL.
Hold on, let me scroll back. Look how all of them ran out. Look, they just showed it. Look how all of them ran out like that, son. That's crazy. So hold on, let this skip. That's crazy work, gang. That's crazy work. And then he said, "Oh, I never ran." This is what he said. He said, "I didn't escape. I was let out. I didn't escape. I was let out." That was his excuse. That was what he wanted to say to the world, bro. That was his message, gang. That shit was so crazy to me, bro. I didn't escape. I was let out. This one he say he was let out right here. Right here. What, son?
At the Orleans Justice Center of domestic violence that included rape.
Yes, absolutely. Now, this area that we were looking at on your screen, this is a map where that house is, where Antoine Masey, one of the Orleans Justice Center escapees, was taken back into custody. If you're just joining us, that happened just a few moments ago. This area is really not too far from Xavier University's campus, which may be a bit unnerving for some parents out there who may
No, I want to see them escape. Yeah, there we go.
far from the
I want to see them escape. Look,
parents out there who may be watching this to know that Antoine Masey was hiding out in a house right there.
That's crazy work,
Justice
man.
Center,
And remember,
all 10 of them.
you know, the law enforcement agencies, he had not been there, so assume that whenever he videotaped that.
That's crazy work, man. That shit's crazy, bro. They all ran out of one spot. He talking about something, oh yeah, ICE, they let me out. Rudder. Nigga, how they let you out? That shit don't make sense. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, you feel me? You clearly ran off, man. You clearly ran off, did what you wanted to do, and now you think we supposed to feel remorse for you after you had these charges, man. These are your charges. We didn't tell you to do these things, bro. You went out and committed these crimes, man. You committed these. We didn't do this. We ain't not accused of this. We don't got no records. We just chilling. You did this. But yet you want our sympathy. That's crazy to me, gang. It'd be crazy to me, gang.
It was sometime earlier before he posted it, but that gave them an idea that he probably had not fled across state lines or anything.
He was still in Louisiana.
Further, what is interesting, we've seen in many of these other escapees, accomplices arrested.
Look, son, they was deep as hell. But he feel as though they was let out.
Sometime earlier before he posted
it. Was deep
but
as
that
hell,
gave them an idea that he probably had not fled across.
And all of them captured. Just so y'all know, all of them is captured except for one, again. All of them is captured except for one. Except for one. You feel me? So that just let y'all know, gang. That should let y'all know right then and there, bro. You do this, you gonna get caught one day, gang. I'm telling you, bro.
State lines or anything further. What is interesting, we've seen in many of these other escapees, accomplices arrested, booked with accessory to the escape. Right now, no such other people known to be involved in helping him, assisting him. Nobody was at that house in that Holly Grove area when they descended upon it to make that arrest. He gave himself up peacefully. Now, of course, we'll see once they debrief Antoine Masey if he provides any additional information. He was considered, Katie, one of the masterminds.
Yes, I mean, we learned that.
Escape.
We learned that. Yeah.
Look, bro, he escaped on the ankle bracelet before. He escaped from the halfway house before. And now he got a prison escape on his record. You think they ever going to give him a house arrest again in life? You think they ever going to, like, bro, they not going to give him nothing now. They not going to give him nothing. He going to try to plead his case. They just going to go down the list. Oh, nah, bro, you escape from here. You escape from here. You escape from here. This what you do. This what you do. So you talking to us like we got to feel some type of sympathy for you. Like, oh, man, brother, you see, when his aunt came out, she changed her tune. When people start talking to her, first she said, "Oh, he an innocent black man." Then she like, "Look, if he did it, we should get justice. He deserves to be in jail." She started being honest, gang. She started being honest. Because after you look at this situation, bro, it's crazy that in the police report, his girlfriend, his baby mother, whoever she is to him, I'm not sure the direct relationship. She had bruises on her face. She had bite marks, all that. Where did that come from? Out of nowhere? You can't say you innocent. What are we talking about? Just because she recant her statements and all that, that's nothing. That's nothing. But look at there's going to be evidence that is unexplainable. That's unexplainable. Where did that come from? Feel me? So therefore, bro, hey man, I knew he was gonna get caught on that.
Yes, through the fact that they've arrested several other people, and so that has given us a bit of a paper trail as we've continued to cover this.
A paper trail. He dropping notes like he the Joker, gang. Like, oh, catch me if you can. Like he dropping riddles, bro. He dropped this. He dropped the picture with fresh gear on. Like, bro,
he's been perhaps the most visible by popping up on social media. There had been many tips generated about his whereabouts, including the one himself going on social media. They were able to.
He just said it was several tips about his whereabouts. Besides the post on social media, but he just said
right now no such other people known to be involved in helping him, assisting him. Nobody was at that house in that Holly Grove area when they descended upon it to make that arrest. He gave himself up peacefully.
That's crazy, gang. That's crazy. Nobody was charged in assisting him.
You and I were both
that don't even make sense, really. How nobody was charged with assisting him. Somebody had to assist him. Because where was he staying at? That don't even make sense. Where was he staying? Where was he staying at if nobody was assisting him? He had to be paying somebody to stay there, right? Or was he just in the bushes somewhere? Nah, they just say he was in a house. So he had to be. Nah, that part don't add up. I don't get that. Nobody was charged.
Hey. Now, of course, we'll see once they debrief Antoine Masey if he provides any additional information. He was considered, Katie, one of the masterminds.
Yes, I mean, we learned that.
Escape.
We learned that, yes, through the fact that they've arrested several other people, and so that has given us a bit of a paper trail as we've continued to cover this.
And he's been perhaps the most visible by popping up on social media. There had been many tips generated about his whereabouts, including the one himself going on social media. They were able to, pinpoint a house there. It's, now almost 6 weeks since that escape. It is really considered remarkable that, Masey up until today and Derek Groves, the other escapees still at large, managed to stay out for so long with such a large reward being offered.
Apparently one tip is all it took.
That's right. And, that is always the kind of mystery of being a fugitive. How many people know of the whereabouts? Yes. Who did he trust? Well, apparently, I don't know if it was him.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. The only thing that's worth it is staying out the streets, man. That's what's worth it. Just stay out of all of them situations. Just stay out of it. Just stay out of it. Once you get into prison or jail, do your time, bro. Don't try to run from it. Don't do none of that. Face your time with what you did. You did it. Face that. Boom. Don't escape, gang. Don't escape, cause bro. The other dude, he playing it smooth. Blue is good. The other dude, he playing it smooth. You feel me? You feel me? He not on no social media trying to tip off the people. Well, he not doing none of that. He just playing it cool, gang. He just playing it cool. Like, Bama boy was good. He just playing it cool. He's not doing all that. He's not doing all that. You posting pictures, videos, messages. Look, you trying to plead your innocence. Bro, that's not it, gang. I'm telling you, gang.
Him letting his guard down or somebody deciding 50,000 was just too tempting to pass
50,000. And then you got to play with that. Like, okay, if somebody know where you at, they thinking, I could get this 50 bands. I could get this 50. I could get this. What you got? You got more than this 50? Because then risk this. Like, this is how people gonna be thinking. I'm gonna be like, hey, bro, I don't got nothing to do with what you got going on. I'm not doing none of that. Bye. You feel me? Bye, gang. But somebody else will be like, look, bro, you got 100. They giving up 50. Do you got 100? Do you got 100? You don't got 100? Oh, all right, bad. They ain't even gonna tell you. They just gonna alert them. You feel me? They gonna play. You feel me? He said you on the run, you gotta be quiet as a mouse when you dipping through the streets. Hey, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. You cannot be on some, oh, I'm trying to make a video and tell y'all how I'm really innocent, rather. Like, or listen, he probably had the mindset of I am gonna get captured, but let me make this my, you feel me? Because when I get captured, I'm gonna get hit with some new charges, all this, that, and third. So let me just make a video and say this, rather. But bro, that's not, you gonna get caught quicker, like quicker. I thought your objective was to get out. That's why you escaped. What the like, so you escaped just to get caught? You escaped to get caught? Like, with the intention on getting caught is dumb as hell. Like, yeah, I'm gonna escape, but I'm gonna get caught and I'm gonna be cool with that. Like, what? What? Why'd you escape then, bruh? Cause being honest, like, he needs the best lawyer money can buy. Bro, money can't buy him nothing at this point. Money can't buy him nothing. Shout out my nigga Bam Boy. But money can't buy him nothing. You see, they asked Dirk put up 4.5 million as bail hearing. They don't want no money. They don't want no money. They print money. They the ones that print the money. They don't care about the money after a certain while, gang. On everything. Money can't buy you out of certain shit, bro. Let's be honest, gang. Yeah, in certain cases, if you don't got no long history of arrest, you could buy yourself out of some things, yes. But every time, nah, you gonna have to do some time, gang. You gonna end up doing some time. You feel me? And I don't know how long he had. I know Antoine Masey didn't have life, but he just added some years to what he was doing. Seriously. Seriously. He added some years to what he had going on. You feel me? And they said he was the mastermind. They labeling him as the mastermind. So you feel me? I don't know. That's a good question. How much time do you get for escape? Let's see. How much time do you get for escape? Because that's crazy. How much time can you get in prison escape charge? Escape charge. That's crazy. And Louisiana. Yeah, we gotta see. We gotta see. Yeah, he wilding. LA gives the most timeouts of all strikes. He cooked. Louisiana gives the most strikes. Yeah, that's crazy. And Louisiana, the penalty for simple escape without endangering human life is imprisonment for not less than 2 years or more than 5 years. This sentence cannot run concurrent with any other sentence. Okay. So that means he gonna have to add it onto his charges. For simple escape, what they got? That's crazy. That's crazy, gang. But he don't have no. I guess he don't have no endangering. endangerment, extra charges like that. Like he don't have aggravated escape, but he do got like he's like the mastermind. So that's like a whole nother charge, gang. But hey, they say it's only 2 to 5 years extra, so he probably know that. He probably knew that. Like, hey man, this gonna add 2 more 5 years. He gonna get the 5 though. if it's five, they gonna give him the 5, bro, or at least 4, bro. But 2 to 5, man, for escape. Would you do it? That's a question. Would you do it? Would you add 2 to 5 years for escaping? I wouldn't. He definitely getting a 5. He definitely getting a 5. Would you do it though? Would you escape? Like I'm a dick. I'm gonna escape. They only gonna give me an extra 5 when I get caught. Like, you feel me? The other dude, he had life already. The dude that's still on the run, that's not posting, he got life. So I know why he left. It's like, hey, y'all catch me, y'all catch me. Y'all catch me, y'all catch me. But Antoine Masey, I think he had like 12 or something. You see what I'm saying? Or 8 or something like that, bro. And he would have got out eventually. He didn't have life, bro. He did not have life, gang. Rita say he definitely getting 5. Yeah, the other dude, I definitely think he low. He in Mexico or something. He got low, gang. He not beat. He not playing social media games. Because he had life already. Should be locked up. He did. Oh, the other dude should be locked up. Shouldn't even be locked up. He did it for his family. Okay. I didn't see the other dude's story. I didn't see his story all the way. I just know that they say he had life. And I'm like, damn, he had life. So I understand why he on the run. He like, man, I get caught, bro. They said the other dude is in there for retaliation. See what I'm saying? But hey, it's still laws, you feel me? Even though it's retaliation, it's still laws, you feel me? So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro, he moving smart. You feel me? If that was his objective to get out, that was his objective. Antoine bugging. He he bugging. He shouldn't have left, gang. He shouldn't have left. He killed the crooked cop's family. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. Do a little digging. What's his name? You got his name? I just need his name. That's it. Word up. Shout out to Rita, man. Word up. That's some crazy information. That's crazy. You see how I go? That's what I said, bro. The only way is to really just learn how to control your emotions. Stop overreacting to everything. Words can't hurt you. Let stuff go. Like, you got to learn how to navigate through this world so you don't put yourself in a predicament where you're going to get arrested, gang. Because once you get a habit of getting arrested, now you're just going to be chilling. Like, all right, this is what I do. I get arrested. I'm cool with jail. You feel me? You going to get cool with it. Like, I ain't cool with it. I'm not cool with it. It's ass. It's not cool. That shit is ass, bro. Yeah, they say. Yeah, hold on. I could find it though. Cause they definitely said it in this video.
Up, but it was in fact a Crime Stoppers tip, and Brian Fair, the spokesman for the U.S. Marshal Service, said that
somebody got that bread. It was a Crime Stoppers tip. Somebody got that 50,000.
Reward will be collected by the tipster.
Yeah, well, obviously there's still a $50,000 reward for information out for Derek Groves. He's considered
Derek Rose. That's his name. Derek Rose. Right there. It was that easy. It was that easy. Derek Rose. Hey, look him up. Derek Groves. Okay. what we know about the final inmate, escape inmate. Crazy work, man. He the only one left, but he ain't posted what they said because they got the actual factuals. What they saying? This crazy work. This crazy work. This crazy. Come on, Google. Come on, Google. Come on, Google. What y'all on? What is y'all on, man? Come on, Google. Well, I could tell y'all this. Yeah, I could tell y'all this. They not gonna put it out there. They said they not gonna put it out there. Oh, thank you, Blue. I appreciate you, Blue. I appreciate you. Shout out Blue Blood, man. That's my guy. Feel me? Appreciate you for showing love, bro. Appreciate the love. Shout out Blue. Not yeah, you gotta skip the ads, Rita. What is we watching that for? But they not gonna put the information out on him. Man. They not. They not. They not gonna say, oh yeah, he did this to this person family, that person family. He not gonna do that. Ebook was good. What's good, E? You feel me? They not gonna say that. You feel me? They not gonna say he did all that. You feel me? But hey, the dude said he Nash, he said the DA from Atlanta, she was basically bragging, like, oh look, we caught him. We caught this person doing this, that person doing that. Oh, my nigga Blue balling. Good looking. I appreciate you, bro. You feel me? I appreciate the love, gang. I appreciate it for sure. You feel me? But they basically saying, look, the DA, she she bragging about the capture rather than getting justice. She should be talking about, look, when y'all do these crimes, y'all gonna get caught. This is what's gonna happen. Instead of saying, yeah, we did a good job, we did a good job. Isn't that y'all job? Isn't that y'all job? Y'all shouldn't be bragging about, bruh, like, come on. So that's what it be looking like sometimes. But at the same time, bro, we gotta tip our hat to them. We have to, gang. Cause we shouldn't make this okay for dudes that beat on their chick to get out, get on a run, we cheer it on. Like, nah, ain't no free that none of that. We shouldn't be on that campaign. Why are we with that campaign? I'm not with that campaign, gang. I'm sorry. That I can't be on. I'm not with that. I'm not with that campaign, gang. You feel me? But hey, it's one dude left. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. We want to hear about Derrick Rose, man. We want to hear about Derrick Rose. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to this officer right here. Now she's saying solutions. She started to get to solutions. We put up more barbed wires, rudder. Okay, I like that. I like that. Don't just sit here and talk about, oh yeah, we did a great job on the capture. Yes, the capture was great. Now, what's the solution? What's the solution? Because this can't just keep happening. I ain't got him getting Derek. I don't know. Me neither. He not playing. He's not playing. He's not playing. He's not playing no games with them. He's staying out the way. Word up. He's staying out the way. I just want to read some. Okay, he was convicted of a double murder. Okay, let's see. Derrick Rose, 27 years old, convicted of double murder, remains the last fugitive at large following mass escape from the New Orleans Justice Center. That's crazy. Derrick Rose, hold on. Come on. All right, Trails. How do I exit that? Can't exit that. All right, Trails. It's all good. Derrick Rose, 27. Okay, that's him right there. Nah. See, he look different though. He don't look like him, gang. He don't look like him, son. They look different. They look totally different. He don't got no facial tattoos, none of that. Rose was last seen on surveillance on May 16th, 2025. That was, damn, that was a month ago. That was a month ago. A month and like 2 weeks ago. That's the last time they seen him, like 6 weeks ago. On surveillance, walking down Baron Street in New Orleans. That's crazy. With Masey and catching escape. 1 a.m. jailbreak, no convert. Oh, so that was the last time they seen him was that day. What? That was the last time they seen him was the day of the escape. He's been wearing makeup and cross-dressing? What? That's crazy. This man had a plan. That's crazy. I ain't know, Rita. I ain't know. Yeah, that's crazy. Would you do all of that just to stay on the run? You a cross dress to stay on the run? You're with makeup, all that. Just come on, bro. Just don't do this shit. Just don't do this shit. And if you're gonna do this shit, just man. See, the last dude, I can't blame him, bro. Derrick Rose, I can't blame him, bro. Him, I can't blame. I understand where he coming from, bro. Feel me? But Antoine Masey, I know they was gunning for you, bro. Like, they was gunning for you, bro. You think they just gonna get them 50,000? Whoever dropped that tip, you think they only gonna get 50? Bro, they gonna get a double. Like, the boys probably gonna drop a McDouble, son. On everything, son. They wanted Antoine bad as hell, son. Bad as hell, gang. But Derrick, I know they want Derrick, but it's like, bro, they prize is caught. Like, they prize is caught. Like, you feel me? Derrick, I don't know, bro. I don't think I think he gonna stay low, gang. I don't think he gonna be, I don't know, bro. But they gonna capture him or they looking for him. It's not like they not looking for him, bro. Feel me? Yeah, they got Antoine. They got Antoine today, like 3 hours ago or something like that. They caught him. They caught, bro. You caught. Somebody dropped the tip. Word up. Somebody dropped the tip, gang. He caught. Damn, they wrote "Be Easy" on the wall. You see the escape? They wrote "Be Easy" on the wall, like taunting them. That's not crazy. They wrote "Be Easy" on the wall, son. taunting the boys like, peace, I'm out. Shout out my nigga Blue, man. Shout out my nigga Blue, man. You feel me? It's all love over here, man. It's all love over here. They wrote Be Easy on the wall, gang. What? Crazy work. That's crazy work. I'm not doing all this, bro. And they going to tie this back to one man. The man they caught. They going to tie this back to Antoine, gang. They going to say, look, you was leaving cliff notes on the internet. You left this cliff note in the cell. They going to tie all that to him, bro. All this going to go on him, bro. I know what the statute say. It say 2 to 5. Nah, gang. They going to drop. I promise you, gang. I promise you, they gonna drop like 7, 10, something. Something. They gonna make him feel that, gang. They gonna make Antoine like, hey man, he bugging. He bugging. They put Be Easy. Look, 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 look. They tugging on it. Like what? Why would I stay with you? Like that don't make sense. Why would they stay together? Like, wouldn't that be easier to catch? Like, if we all stay together, we all just stay together. Like, isn't that an easier catch? I would think that's an easier catch if we don't split up. Why don't we split up? We need to split up, gang. We need to split up. Word up. Staying together, that's not it, gang. We getting caught. We getting caught ASAP. ASAP. We getting caught. See, they was together. They was together in the car and got arrested together in the car. Right? They was together in the car and got arrested together in the car. Like, why are we staying together? Like, this is not it. In Holly Grove. That's Lil Wayne hood. He always say that. Shout out Holly Grove. He got caught in Holly Grove, gang. He got caught in Lil Wayne hood, bro. There's no sound wobbler. There's no sound. Hold on, let's run it back. And shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy Wobbler. Mm-mm. We went past this. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, son, he making himself look guilty. Not the news though. Okay. Yeah, he making himself look guilty, gang. Now that I'm thinking about it, by even trying to plead his innocence, like doing all that, bro. Word up. Cause they tying it all back to him. Like he the one who did this. He the one who set this up. They tying it all back to him. About now, y'all can hear it. Why do we care? Okay. Okay. But yeah, let me remove this and then add it back. But listen to what they said, man. He had a domestic violence, a rape, and now he got to escape. Why do we care that he caught? I really want to know while I fix this real quick. Why do we care? He had a domestic violence, a grape, and now an escape. We should not care about that man, gang. We should not care. We should not care that he got caught. None of that. None of that. None of that, bro. Great, like, and you beat her up. Like, nah, son. We should not care, gang. We should not care. We should not feel no type of feelings about it, or we should not say free him, or no, bruh. No, no, no. I'm not buying that. That's why everybody, I say this all the time, bro. Everybody say they innocent. None of them say, yeah, I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I did it. I raped this woman. I beat her up. None of them say that. None of them say that. They all say, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. So who's guilty? Who, like, what? Nah, son. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that, bro. Let's keep it a band. Let's keep it a band. Not all of these
hard to
innocent.
make that argument while a fugitive on the run,
Yes.
when you're not where you're supposed to be in custody. But nevertheless, we heard it. He said it. I didn't escape. I was.
Blue said, y'all can hear it now, but Blue said, I'll get a grace to domestic because this is always a nuance and the grape is crazy. Yes. Yo, listen, Blue. It's some situations where females be like doing wild shit. Yes, I understand, gang. But once I saw the police report and she had bruises, her face was beat up, she had bite marks, all that, I said, nah, he guilty. It don't matter what he said. The proof is on her body. It don't matter what she say. It don't matter what neither one of them say. Matter of fact, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. This is the proof. Her body is injured. Where did this come from? Tell me where this came from. Tell me where this came from. This came from him, gang. And then he got a history of it, like, and with him and her, like, you see what I'm saying? So that's why it was like, nah. To me, it was clear cut. I don't need to hear his side of the story or her side of the story because she came to court and recanted her story and said, "Oh nah, he didn't beat me up, rudder." But at first, she said he did beat her up. You see what I'm saying? At first, she said he did beat me up, and then she came to court and said, nah. And that's why what you were saying, Blue, is exactly right. Because domestic violence is like, it's like wishy-washy. The female might say this and say that and this, and then the dude say this and then that. So I get that. But this is the real proof is look at her face, gang. Look what happened to her, bruh. It's no explanation for that. She didn't just trip and fall and then she got a broken nose. Like, no, that's abuse. Like, where did that come from, gang? She got black eyes, bite marks, all this extra shit, bro. Come on, gang. Where did that come from? That's why I'm like, once I knew all that extra information, I'm like, nah, bro, he guilty. He guilty.
Let out.
Yes. He also has a lengthy rap sheet as well for prior crimes in addition to what he's facing now.
And, important to note that among the priors were 2 escapes, one from a jail and one from a juvenile detention center, as well as twice cutting off an electric ankle bracelet when he was out on bail. And so
they count all of that as an escape. He escaped from a juvenile detention center. He cut his bracelet twice, and now he do this. I'm telling you, they gonna trump his. Yo, I know what that statute said, 2 to 5, but they gonna give him a lot more.
So he's considered a 4-time escapee before this.
Which, of course, raises a lot of questions about the security of the jail. And we've been asking those as this has all played out about Susan Hudson and whether or not, decisions were being made to house these people in a secure position that they required, given that 10 of them were able to escape. And
how is this even able to happen? That's a great question. That's a great question. That's why I'm glad when the cop was talking, she eventually got to it. Like, look, we put more barbed wire. We did this. We did that. I'm glad, you feel me, she got to some solutions. Because solutions are why we have a voice. You see what I'm saying? What's the solution to this, though? I know what's happening. I know what's going on. I know it's not right. But what can we do about it? You feel me? Like, let's be honest, bro. Let's be real.
And be undetected for hours when this first all unfolded.
Oh, so many questions, and we have multiple parallel investigations. The AG kind of taking the lead on the criminal investigation into whether there was other inside help. But they, as we know from the very beginning, going over all of the video from inside the jail, that tier in particular, going and listening to the recorded telephone conversations that the inmates can make.
Bruh, they on y'all. They on y'all. They listen to y'all conversations. They bro, I'm telling y'all thinking y'all just getting away with shit and they don't know this and don't know that, bro. They investigating, bro. Y'all saw when Boosie said earlier, he said, yo, bro, they arresting my son friends, and at their court dates, they asking them about me. I'm obviously under investigation, right? Right? He said they are arresting my son's friends, and at their court dates, they're asking them about me. Like, what? So whatever y'all doing, gang, don't be mad. Don't be mad when they come. Don't plead to us for y'all innocence. Don't do that, bro. Don't get mad when we report. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just chill.
When they're locked up.
Yes.
And that has actually led to a lot of, relevant clues and tips, unknown if that played a role in.
And they're going to say unknown. Of course they're going to say unknown, but who want to say, yeah, I'm the one who tipped and I got the 50 bands. Like, nobody going to say that, gang. Nobody going to wear that shit, gang. I know I'm not. The taxpayer money is wasting letting them escape so easy. Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro. You feel me? That's why solutions matter too, because it's like, how did all of them escape like this in the first place? We gotta get back to that at the end. After they all get whatever justice or whatever. Hey, bro, what are the solutions? Because if this keep happening, now this gonna tell other inmates like, bro, we can come up with a plan too. You feel me? We gonna come up with some shit. You feel me? And they got nothing but time to think. You feel me? But hey, man, I don't know if you could ever stop this. You feel me? Because human beings are clever, gang, and you always gonna find a solution. You feel me? But how they ran out like that, and it was like 12 of them or some shit, bro. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, bro. Because what if those was like, like, let's say terrorists or chomos or like, you feel me? What if all of them are able to escape? How will we feel then? What if they charge is not debatable and these are pedophiles? And what if it's those people? How will we feel? We wouldn't want them to escape, right? We'd be like, nah, hell no. Where he at? You might even raise your hand and say, yeah, I'm the one who got him caught. You might even make a channel about it. Like, yo, whoever, like, nah, I ain't saying do that. Whoever got the bread for it, don't do that, bro. Don't make no channel gang about it. I don't know. You feel me? But Hey, bro, this is crazy work.
In Masey, but I understand it was just a tip that finally came that pinpointed his location. They acted on it quickly here, middle of the afternoon on a Friday in an otherwise peaceful residential neighborhood. And now we turn our attention to the one remaining escapee, Derek Groves.
We do, yes. And we're going to talk a lot more about him in just a few minutes. But this has really been a game of whack-a-mole trying to find these inmates. They have descended on location after location after location. And this afternoon, as we know and as we've been reporting, we now know that Antonine Masey was taken into custody on Sterling Street. Amelia Strahan is at the scene. She's
a thing.
We want to know about Derek, bro. We want to know about the last member, like, and everybody was saying, you know what? Yeah, let me play this.
To say they were just talking to someone just cutting grass here earlier today, and then this happened.
Look, why the news got it? Like,
yeah, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. It's kind of shocking, but hey, things like this happen. We just have to, kind of be careful, I guess,
Have you seen any signs of this? Anything suspicious?
Seen any signs? No.
And it's only one tenant you were telling us that lives here.
See, nobody really think about that. Like, when these people escape, then next thing you know, they in a society around innocent women and children. Nobody thinks about that. Now they right next door. And of course, what they gonna do? They gonna get desperate. Maybe they want to get some cheeks. And now they back to their ways, bro. They gonna be right back to their ways because no chick gonna want to sleep with them. They on the run. They all over the news. They all on the news. You feel me? Unless you paying her payola. You feel me? So it's like a crazy situation once you run out them walls, bro. You cook. You cook. Word up. Definitely an inside job. No way they did that on their own. Nah, it's no way. It's no way. It's no way. That's why they said the female that helped them, she was only fired. She didn't get arrested. She didn't get arrested. She was only fired for letting out 12 inmates. Now they're going to put all the charges on Antoine because they're going to say Antoine, they said that she was his girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? So they saying that Antoine beat up his girl and raped her and ended up in jail. And then he bagged another girl in jail and coerced her to help him and all these other inmates escape. You see what I'm saying? They saying Antoine is the mastermind. He's the mastermind. Like, that's crazy work, gang. It's crazy work, gang.
Here.
Yes, only one tenant.
And you said telling me when you were closing the gate that Antoine Masey might have run in, broken in.
Right, because I'm frustrated too. I don't know what's happening. They say this is going on, and I get here and I don't even see a cop. So, so I don't know.
So and what do you know about the family? Do you know anything about the family, the tenant that was staying there?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Who actually called you and alerted you of what was going on at your property?
My friend called me. A friend of mine. I guess it's all over the news and they know my property.
Did she?
Y'all think this the person who tipped? Y'all think this the person who tipped? Who got that 50 bands? Y'all think she got the bread? Because they not showing her face. Hell no. She like, nah, don't show my face. She probably the one got that 50. She got that 50 racks. Hey, I don't blame her. I don't blame her, gang. I do not blame her. You feel me? Especially a female. Like, this man has great domestic violence and he escaped. He a mastermind. He gonna get horny, right? Let's keep it a bean. He on the run. He gonna want some cheeks. He gonna want some cheeks. Where he gonna get it from? Where you gonna get it from, bro? You feel me? He know he can't go to none of his girlfriends. None of them. He go to their house, he getting arrested. As soon as he show up to their crib, he's arrested. arrest on the spot. They shit getting looked at. He can't go to his mother house. He can't go to his sister house. He can't go to no cousins, no nothing. They on all that. They on all that. As soon as you walk by their house, cook. All you going to hear is whoop. Get down, hands in the air. That's all you going to hear, gang. So what is he going to do? Payola. All he could do is pay. And once the money run out, he cook. Ain't no cheeks. Ain't no none of that. But he was getting fresh. He posted a picture with a fresh outfit on, gang. So he had some type of bread. He was fresh. He had on the fresh kicks, fresh jersey. He was fresh. But now he fresh back in the system. We fresh back in the system. You know the hood girls gonna house him to feel important. Okay, that's dumb, but I see that. It's dumb, but I definitely see that. They going to try, oh yeah, he was at my crib, rather. He went, man, you feel me? He was kicking their ass, rather. They couldn't catch him. Yeah, I see that. I definitely see that. And then they get a charge. Dumb as hell. But they said that nobody was assisting him. That part I don't understand. I don't get that. How did he get caught in the house? How was he in the house on live if nobody was assisting him? So he was getting Airbnb through somebody else, and then like it don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense because even at an Airbnb, they're gonna see you on camera, right? Or you think the Airbnb people not gonna tell on you? Type shit. I don't know, gang. I don't know. How was he getting around if nobody was assisting him? Somebody had to be assisting him. Making moves with Wi-Fi. No way he was just on his own. That's what I'm saying. It had to be somebody to help him, gang. Somebody. And I don't want that whoever helped him, I'm not trying to get you into no shit. I'm just speaking hypothetically. I'm saying it had to be somebody who helped him. You feel me? Whoever helping him ride it, that's why they wasn't assisted. They won't say they who assisted. Yeah, that's a fact. That's the person who that's the person right there. That's the person right there, gang. That's the person right there. Whoever he was helping him, there's definitely he couldn't pay them no more. He didn't. The boys upped the money. They said 50 bands, and now it's starting to make sense. Cause I had did a FBI story on this dude or whatever, right? And they got 250,000 on them. So I'm like, yo, why they got 250,000? But it's cause it's like whoever housing him, hey, bro, he gotta up his rent. If we got 250K, he gotta pay y'all like 500. You feel me? But hey, bro, some people probably just doing it for the love, or you feel me? If they part of an organization or something, that's a little different. But apparently, Antoine still got caught, bro. This is play. They spend city trans money on fit. Turn your ass in for 50. Yeah. Oh yeah, they turning you in. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Like it depends, gang. It depends, gang. Like you got great or some shit. Just don't come around me, gang. I promise you. Don't come around me, cause I'ma think like, hold up, 50. This nigga great shit. Or is it a kid or something? Oh yeah, 50. 50. Call me 50, gang. Call me 50, gang. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna be counting that bitch. Like all reserves. All reserves. And I make a channel. And I make a YouTube on everything. And I make a YouTube. Like, yeah, I did that. I told on everything. When it comes to them charges. Them people with them charges, we shouldn't give a damn. Oh yeah, I got nieces. Shout out my nigga It's the Wobbler. He said he got daughters, nigga. We not playing. We not playing. We not playing, gang. We burning shit. Oh, hello? Yeah. Walmart. He's at Walmart. He's at Walmart. Sign me up on everything. Sign me up, gang. Sign me up. This is why you shouldn't have never did it. Shout out B Braves, man. Who's, man. You shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have did it. All that trying to run, bro, you gonna get caught. And you was only out for a month. Was a month worth adding damn near 10 years to your sentence? The other dude, Derek Groves, he got life already. It makes sense for him to run. You, Antoine, it don't make sense. It don't add up. You did that. You should have wore that. Did your time. Boom. You'll probably be getting out in like 5 years or something if you would have just did your time. Who knows? You feel me? But now, I promise you, I know what the statute say. It say they're gonna add 2 to 2 to 5 in Louisiana. But Antoine, they got you as the mastermind. They got you as escape 4 times. Now this your 5th time. You got too much going, gang. They're gonna hit you with more than that. I promise you. I promise you.
Do you see the whole arrest happen or just the law enforcement presence?
Just the law enforcement. Yeah.
So in your message to NOPD, you weren't even really notified.
I don't have a message anymore. I'm really, I'm shocked right now. Sorry.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much.
She was scared as hell, son. She's scared as hell. Nah, it wasn't her. It was not her, gang. You see how she walked off? She like, nah, I don't want to be involved. She was not the one that tipped. She was not the one that tipped.
All right, now I'll pull the camera back up, guys. Yeah, so like we mentioned, this was a quiet street. Now we just heard from the woman who owns the Airbnb. Robin, I'm going to get us to turn around.
Told y'all, it was an Airbnb. It was an Airbnb. It's the only way. It's the only way. You got to come in there with the ski on. But, bro, whoever the property owner is, they eventually going to want to know who is in their property, gang. Eventually. You only going to get away with it for one day or some shit, but that shit still going to look suspicious. Nah, this just a regular vape. This is an ice grape. Yeah, this is an ice grape. Nah. Bro, listen. Hey, if I'm going to do all this, I'm going to skate, I'm going to just wear it. I'm not about to make no videos, gang. That's what I'm not going to do. That's what I'm not going to do, gang. I am not going to just make videos, gang. Hell no.
Around really quickly. You can see there's a really high gate here. She says that she knew nothing about this until her neighbor called. She says it is 2 units in this the property, but there was only one family staying there. Now she said she doesn't know what happened. She doesn't know if potentially he broke in. She doesn't know if there's any association with the family. She said she is really in the dark right now. She wasn't on the property when this happened, and she.
Okay, so that's why you can't really charge nobody. You can't really charge nobody with assisting him because you don't know who's paying for the Airbnb. You just know whoever said that they swiped their card. Okay, boom, that's the person. Boom, whoever come through the door, you don't know if that's them. You feel me? So you can't get mad at the owner for that shit. But man, that's crazy. Man, that's crazy.
And she pulled up and there were unmarked vehicles in the driveway. So again, Antoine Masey, like we've said, 6 weeks on the run.
He's smiling, right? Yeah, I got caught, rudder.
A mile and a half from the Justice Center. This is where he was arrested. This is a 9400 block of Strolit Street in the Holly Grove neighborhood. Again, we were talking to the woman that owns the Airbnb where he was allegedly arrested, and she said,
Yeah, he was at an Airbnb. That's the only place that would make sense. That's the only place that would make sense. But eventually, the longer you stay there, you gonna get caught, bro.
That it's a really quiet neighborhood, and she used the word several times, shocked. She said, I am shocked to hear that this happened. She said, I never expected it would happen on my property. So she didn't want to show her face on camera. Understandably, this is a high stress situation for her and really caught her off guard. She wasn't able to share much about the family that lives in this Airbnb, or was staying in the Airbnb at the time, rather. But she did say it's a 2-unit property. Only one of them was occupied, and we're waiting.
I want to hear about
the
the
fight. That may
dude
be part
Rose,
of
man.
why the scene has already cleared. And of course, after so many weeks of hard work by our law.
We trying to hear about Derek, man. We want to know about Derek, man. What happened to Derek, bro? What happened to Derek, bro? We want to know about Derek, bro. Derek Groves. That's what we want to know, man. Y'all not getting to Derek. We want to know about Derek. What's up with Derek? Officials warrant arrest. All right, trails. Let's get to Derek, man. Because y'all skipping that.
New Orleans Police Department and joint press conference with a number of different law enforcement agencies talking about and giving details about the arrest of Antonine Masey. He's one of the 10 inmates who escaped from Orleans Justice Center.
They still
very
talking
visible tattoos on your face without someone.
They still talking about
charged with
Antoine,
sexual
bro.
assault.
Look, they still talking about Antoine, bro. Antoine, they gonna cook you, bro. They don't care about Derek, son. They really don't care about him, gang. They
A
really
lot
don't
of
care.
twists and turns to Antoine Massey's case in particular. However,
I can't find
certainly
it.
not too.
I can't find it, gang.
There, but Derek Groves, that's the big question on where he is. And some people have turned in tips. We heard from Darlene Costanza, who says that there were a number of tips, 1,500 tips that had come in. And I was a little confused about this. And I hope that we can get some clarity.
See? 1,500 tips. God damn. They trying to get that bag. Don't blame me. Don't blame me, gang. Don't blame me, because I'll try to get that bag too, bro. 1,500? Bro.
Clarity. We had Sheriff Susan Hudson say that the tip came directly to her. Mm-hmm. And then there was Darlene Costanza, who says that the tip came to Crime Stoppers. So now the question was over the $50,000. I think that's where the confusion was at the end of the press conference, where people said, well, if that's the case, then where does this money go? Does this anonymous tipper get this money, or did it directly get a call? Did Susan Hudson get a call?
I mean, it also makes you wonder if Susan Hudson sent the tip to Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, you know what I mean? So Susan got the tip, sends the tip to Crime Stoppers and connects the dots. Maybe that's what happened. Or did it come directly to Crime Stoppers? Or did it come directly to Susan? I don't know.
It don't really matter. Like, it matter, but it don't matter. Calling it every nigga. They was just calling it every nigga they seen with a wave cut. They probably was, gang. Any nigga that look like Derek or even look like Antoine Massey, like if you got a little bit of facial recognition with any of them, people would just tip it, bro. For like 50,000, what? And you know damn well they gonna get him more, bro. Whoever made that real tip and got him specifically. The other people, I know they care about him, but you could tell by the media coverage, you could tell who they gonna go after, man. Yeah. Oh, they say Derek the most dangerous, they care. Okay. Now that's a good perspective though. He's definitely dangerous, gang. He's definitely dangerous, but from the media coverage, they got it like Antoine is the man. They got it like Antoine is the man with the plan. Like, he's the man with the plan. Hey, you see what I'm saying? They going to connect. When they get to the court dates, they going to connect everything to Antoine. oh, he did this, he set up this, or Antoine gonna have to snitch on the operation, but I doubt he gonna do that. But I don't know. He playing games already. He playing crazy games already, gang. Crazy work. But yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, bro. I'm finna go to the next live, probably in like an hour or something. And then I'ma just rock out. For the rest of the night. You feel me? But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to this live. I appreciate y'all. Shout out Blue. Shout out It's a Wobbler. Shout out Bama Boy. Shout out Rita. I'm trying to get everybody who came through in the chat. Yeah. Shout out Miss Angel. Shout out It's a Wobbler. Shout out Doug. Shout out to Audio. You feel me? Shout out everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. If I forgot you, it's not because I don't fuck with you. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna see y'all on the next stream, you heard.